confident, no, not too confident, no opinion, somewhat confident, not confident at all. Question number 2. Which of the following is the which of the following is the single most important economic issue facing you and your family? Please mark only one. Cost of health care, job security, unemployment, rising inflation, high taxes, threatened big government, socialism, loss of job wages due to pandemic. Question number 3. Does it concern you that Joe Biden and the Democrats want the IRS to monitor all our bank transactions of $600 or more? Yes, no, no opinion. Question number 4. Do you support Joe Biden's and the Democrats' plan to eliminate all private health insurance plans in favor of government-run plans? Yes, no, no opinion. Question number 5. Joe Biden has overturned President Trump's immigration policies and has created an immigration crisis by allowing illegal immigrants to enter our country at levels unseen in decades. Do you support Republican efforts to secure the nation's border and work aggressively to enforce immigration laws to protect our nation from illegal immigrants, human trafficking, and drug smuggling? Yes, no, no opinion.
He's going before you, not to just level mountains, but to help lift you when you fall, to help restore you when you
fall. I have to squat down for this one, so I had to rotate the screen. Okay. Lindsey Graham, United States Senator. Dear Mr. Gallier, a lot has happened in their country over the last year.
You may have made mistakes, but that didn't cancel.
And frankly, not much of it has been good. That's being kind. From dreadful short-sighted foreign policies decisions to economic policies that have increased the price of everything we buy. Joe Biden's presidency has been a disaster for America. One of the things that angers me the most is that the Biden administration continues to take credit for President Trump's successes, while blaming him for the failures of the radical left agenda. My mission is to help Republicans pick up at least one seat in the United States Senate to win back the majority, bring the Biden agenda to an abrupt halt, and stop this tragedy from unfolding any further. As you know, December 31st marks the end of this long and difficult year, and the beginning of a new opportunity for us to return common sense to our nation's capital. December 31st is also an important deadline for fundraising as we close the books on 2021 and look forward to the conservative victories we can make possible in 2022.
Would you pray with me? Just say, Lord Jesus.
There's no doubt in my mind that the Democrats' year-end fundraising totals will be staggering. In the most of the top contested races, millions of dollars from powerful liberal special interest groups will help the Democrats significantly outraise our Republican Democrats. Mr. Gallier, I'm doing everything I can to fill the void and support critical Senate races through our Reclaim the Majority project. Reclaim the Majority project. You've always been there for me when I needed you. So that's why I'm asking you to mail a personal contribution of $25, $40, or $50 today. Please know that I would make this. Please know I wouldn't make this request so close to the holidays if we didn't really need it. Thank you for being a loyal and trusted friend and supporter. I pray that you and your family will have a safe and joyous Christmas and a holiday season. Sincerely, Lindsey Graham. P.S. The Democrats might have a fundraising advantage, but the most of the money that they are raising will be spent defending their indefensible policies. That's why your contribution of $25 or more is so important to our success next year. Thanks again. LG. Paid for by Team Graham, INC.
God bless you.
Okay.
I want to talk to you today about it's just a matter of time. We all have things that we're believing.
I got a letter
we're fighting
in the mail from
we're struggling with an
Kelly Paul. It's Rand Paul's wife.
Depression,
I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it all. But this is from Rand Paul's wife, Kelly Paul. And she wrote me. And I'm going to read as much as I can, okay? From the desk of Kelly Paul, Saturday, 11:26 a.m. Personal correspondence regarding my husband, U.S. Senator Rand Paul. Dear fellow conservative, some days it's really hard. Sometimes I just want to quit, to have things go back to the way they were when Rand was a hard-working eye surgeon in our small town. It's not because of the long hours or because of the travel. It's because the constant media smears and lack of privacy, or even the weekends filled with rubber chicken dinners. It's because I know just how much they hate my husband. And they hate my husband because he's right. Rand was right on COVID-19, as they only elected officials who had the courage to question Dr. Fauci on the source of the virus and the NIFLS funding of dangerous gain of function research. He was vilified by the media and big tech. He continues to fight against the petty tyrants in our government and their unconstitutional lockdowns that have destroyed small businesses, as well as the anti-science mandates such as forced masking of children. He's right on endless wars and the dangers they pose to our troops and our national security. He's right on out of control spending, unconstitutional moratoriums that steal the poverty of the middle-class landlords and out-of-control government surveillance police state. He's right about the scourge of abortion, about the threat to Second Amendment rights, and like his father before him, about our monetary system, that alarming inflation that is already stealing our children's futures. And he's right about the fragility of our constitutional republic. And when I say they hate him, I'm not being overly dramatic. Rand and I were surrounded by a violent mob in Washington, D.C. that spit on us, threw things at us, and threatened to kill us. We were literally unable to move for over 9 terrifying minutes until the D.C. police reinforcements arrived to create a moving barricade against the vicious mob. The mob was so filled by media lies and hatred that they literally knocking the police down to get at us. The FBI and the DA could identify many of the mob from the live stream videos, including one man who followed us into our hotel. Was a single person arrested? Not one. Rand has received credible death threats, been shot at, and we even received fake powder meant to look like anthrax, leaving me terrified that I had been exposed to lethal poison. Rand was brutally assaulted by a Trump-hating lunatic in a blindside attack in our own yard. An assault so violent it resulted in 6 broken ribs and lung damage that required surgery in 2 separate hospital stays, watching my husband struggle to breathe without pain.
Father, I want to thank you that the moment I prayed, you cut off the root. I know this
was truly
is not permanent,
excruciating for me, and it leaves me in constant anxiety over his health. Reporters
I
and
know this
celebrities
depression
laugh